Hello everyone, I chose to do my environmental topic on whether drinking bottled water is actually safer than drinking tap water. How many of you drink bottled water on a daily basis? How many bottles do you drink in one day? Well, if you're like me, you probably drink at least one or two. However, many people do not know the consequences of drinking bottled water versus tap water. Furthermore, according to Ban the Bottle 2017, Americans used about 50 billion plastic water bottles last year. However, the United States recycling rate for plastic is only 23%, which means 38 billion water bottles, more than 1 billion worth of plastic, are wasted each year. In the United States, 24% of bottled water sold is either Pepsi's Aquafina, which accounts for 13% of the market, or Coke's Dasani, which accounts for 11% of the market. Both brands are bottled, purified municipal water. Likewise, according to Fishman 2016, from 2000 to 2015, bottled water consumption has more than doubled, from 16.7 gallons a person to 36.4 gallons a person. Bottled water sales are increasing dramatically and will continue to do so as bottled water is viewed by the public as safer than tap water. Bottled water is everywhere, and people and places are starting to realize their impact. For example, more than a dozen colleges have banned the sale of bottled water at campus dining facilities. Sales of bottled water are banned at 22 U.S. national parks, including the Grand Canyon and Zion, and half a dozen cities have banned the use of official funds to purchase bottled water. People are starting to realize the effects that bottled water has on the environment. Many people in the United States believe that drinking bottled water is safer, cleaner, and better for one's health. However, in reality, there are some misconceptions to that. Bottled water has been on the rise for many years now, and due to its popularity, bottled water in the United States has increased dramatically. This has caused tons of plastic to build up in the environment and caused many individuals to spend lots of money on essentially bottled tap water. The United States public goes through about 50 billion water bottles a year. These bottles are usually never recycled, which causes harm to the environment. The transport and refrigeration of bottled water burns fossil fuels, which gives off greenhouse gases and increases global warming. Aquifers are also harmed because bottled water companies draw heavily on them. This harms watersheds and may cause contamination of some aquifers. Therefore, according to Karlstrom and Delamore 2010, it takes up to 3 liters of water to produce 1 liter of bottled water. Additionally, the United States spends more than $100 billion every year on bottled water globally. Likewise, in the United States, tap water is federally regulated and often screened for dangerous pollutants. However, individuals still feel the need to drink 21 gallons of bottled water per capita per year on average. Bottled water is harming our environment, our ecosystems, and our health in many ways that individuals are not aware of. Bottled water is harming our environment, and many do not even realize to what extent. For example, a 2008 investigation found that some bottled water is sullied with untested industrial chemicals and may not necessarily be cleaner than tap water. Also, bottled water creates excessive waste. The waste at these landfills are never meant to leak into the surrounding environment. However, some pollutants do end up leaking out through the liners of the landfill, which creates problems for the animals in that area, the people in that area, and the groundwater below. Additionally, plastic bottles end up finding their way out of landfills and into local waterways, harming many aquatic species. Many marine species have ingested plastic pollution. Therefore, individuals who include seafood into their diet may be putting themselves at risk of being exposed to toxins that are created by plastic water bottles. Also, according to Macklin 2017, scientists have found that plastics can introduce a chemical welfare to certain bodies of fish, which they find is killing the reproductive health of those fish populations. Plastic water bottles are hurting our health, other species' health, and our whole environment's health. Therefore, do you believe it is really worth it to drink bottled water over tap water? If you disagree with the use of bottled water, I have some solutions for you. Some solutions may include filtering your tap water, using stainless steel water bottles, helping organizations that want to reduce the use of bottled water, volunteering to pick up plastic in your local waterways, voting for politicians that are willing to make a difference, and lastly, and one of the most important of all, is to recycle. All of these solutions together will help ensure that water bottles are used less frequently. Also, ask your local water authority to test your tap to see the differences between your tap and your favorite bottle of water. You might just be surprised. Additionally, I tested my tap versus a bottle of Deer Park to see the differences between the two. I bought 2 water tests from Lowe's that tested for hardness, chlorine, alkalinity, pH, nitrates, nitrites, copper, and iron. Moreover, I tested my tap first. The results were pretty normal. However, it was a little hard. In contrast, the bottle of Deer Park was also hard and had a lower pH. Therefore, my conclusion was that I could have saved my money and got water from my tap at home for free.